Hello and welcome back, Etepokuyan's Place to Be Reviews. I'm Etepokuyan, right here with all of yous. And today we're going to talk about Sony could be quietly reviving Sam Raimi's Spider-Man universe. Now, this came out this morning. Not every superhero is capable of sparking a custody battle, but that's essentially what went down when Sony and Marvel Studios had to negotiate their contracts regarding Spider-Man. Of course, both studios have seen great success with the web slinger's big screen exploits. 2019 Spider-Man Far From Home served as his first billion-dollar hit after all. Undeniable, the movie made money. Was I a big fan of it? Not particularly. But, you know, it's a different iteration of the character. I'm more along the lines of the Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy. This article is written by Robert Yanez Jr. For now, fans can rest easy. Spidey will remain in the MCU for at least a while longer. But Sony isn't letting their investment in the Marvel hero go to waste. In fact, the studio is ramping up production on its Spider-Verse. Along with its slate of projects in development, one particular version of the character could be making an unexpected comeback. Yeah, that right there would be really cool. I'm not going to lie, I would love to see that. Tobey Maguire come back. Sony has several Spider-Man films on the way. Over the years, Sony has consistently released Spider-Man films. In part, this has been motivated by a stipulation in its contract. Much like Marvel's initial Fox deal, Spidey's movie rights would revert back if Sony didn't release a Spider-Man film within a certain period. One might think its arrangement with Marvel Studios, which led to Tom Holland's debut in Captain America Civil War, would inspire Sony to slow down. The studio is more intent than ever on building its own shared universe, which we're all benefactors from. Honestly, these movies have been cool so far, so I don't understand what the issue is. MCU stands is the issue. That is the big issue right there. They can't see anything outside of the Feige lens. They just go nuts and they read. I dealt with it during the whole when Spider-Man left the MCU briefly thing. I mean, I was getting bombarded. I gave him channel traction, so thank you very much.
You very much.
While Spider-Man is shared with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Sony is mining the hero's ancillary characters. First came Venom, a surprise $856 million smash in 2018, spawning an upcoming sequel directed by Andy Serkis.
I made it rain!
Next up is director Daniel Espinosa's Morbius this summer 2020. In that film, Jared Leto stars as a scientist whose attempts to cure himself of a blood disease transform him into a vampire of sorts. I thought the trailer of that looked really good. Since Sony released Venom, fans have speculated when and how the studio's own Spider-Man universe would intersect with the MCU. It's looking likely that Morbius will begin to bridge the two, but the evidence now implies it could be doing a whole lot more heavy lifting. In fact, we might be witnessing the first steps toward a live-action Spider-Verse, and this is going to be really cool. I really am excited for this, to see some of these ancillary characters be brought to life in this live-action Spider-Verse kind of thing, which I'm in the camp of I would rather see Spider-Man with Sony.
Boo this man!
I'm not going to argue about it. I just think that they would probably give him a more grown-up tone, because that's what he needs. We're done. I mean, come on. How many more movies can we do with little Spidey boy in high school? I know Spider-Man 3 will probably be him graduating. In the Raimi trilogy, he was in high school for what? First act of the first movie? It can be done, and it's been done very well. I'd just like to see him get a little bit more expansion on the character, that's all. Morbius could blow the Spider-Verse wide open. Eagle-eyed fans spotted an intriguing detail in the background of one shot in the Morbius trailer. We see a poster of Spider-Man wearing a suit, not unlike that of director Sam Raimi's 2002 film. Although it's unclear if the design is merely a hat tip to Spidey's big screen past, it could be something much more impactful. The Oscar-winning 2018 animated film Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse introduced moviegoers to a multiverse with infinite spider-powered people. Although a cameo appearance late in the Morbius trailer implies an MCU connection, the evidence is mounting that the film ties directly to Raimi's Spider-Man films instead. The Raimi films being tied to them for this would be a good thing. I mean, you would want to be tied to that trilogy, if any of them. Let's be honest, I don't care how much money Far From Home made. I will take Spider-Man 3 with Tobey Maguire and Bad Venom over Far From Home any day.
Check out the big brain on Brad. You're a smart motherfucker, that's right.
In Spider-Man 2, you're never going to get another live-action Spider-Man movie that's better than Spider-Man 2. You're not. It's not going to happen.
You're getting on my nerves.
I have a knack for that.
Not anymore.
According to comicbook.com, a recent production photo purported to be taken on the Morbius set features a city bus advertisement proclaiming Spider-Man has gone missing. That premise feels in line with the ending of Spider-Man Far From Home, but the Daily Bugle logo isn't taken from that movie. Rather, it's the one used in the Raimi trilogy. This feels like a minor detail, but the rumors about a live-action Spider-Verse have been swirling for a while, and it would be a streamlined way for Marvel and Sony to playfully acknowledge how often Spider-Man has been rebooted over the past couple of decades. Recent developments at Marvel Studios make a potential return to Raimi's trilogy even more likely. Sam Raimi is already heading back to Marvel, more than because he's helming Doctor Strange 2 now in the Multiverse of Madness, with maybe a Spider-Man tie-in there. We'll see. Let's go on here. Exciting, isn't it? More than a decade has passed since Raimi's Spider-Man 3 gave fans their last of Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. To many moviegoers, his version remains their favorite incarnation of the character. If Sony and Marvel do decide to revisit that universe, we can only imagine the movie would be well received. Raimi's recently joined the MCU. He's replacing Scott Derrickson in the director's chair on Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, the sequel that already deals heavily with the Marvel multiverse and will likely dip into past Marvel films. Raimi's involvement certainly raises a few eyebrows. And with Spider-Man actor J.K. Simmons also now in the MCU, the pieces are falling into place. Bringing Raimi's Spider-Man back now would essentially allow his trilogy to be grandfathered into the MCU. With a multiverse in the picture, it isn't hard to imagine Marvel and Sony would seize the opportunity to give fans and Raimi a taste of Spider-Man 4 we never got, especially if the goal is a Sinister Six movie. Raimi's world could mean the return for Willem Dafoe and Alfred Molina as Green Goblin and Dr. Octopus, respectively.
Shut up and take my money.
But wait, there's more! Oh yeah, did you guys forget about October 8th, 2021? Clear your calendars for October 8th, 2021. That's the date when a new untitled Sony Marvel movie will grace theaters. Whatever this title is, it's bound to be part of Sony's ever-growing Spider-Man adjacent universe. That's right. Now, we've had rumors recently of a Kraven the Hunter solo movie. You see the cover of Kraven's Last Hunt right there. Also, The Hunted. I just thought these were really cool images to add. But what about Spider-Woman Jessica Drew? Could that be another possibility? Who knows? That's it, folks. That's what it's all about. Right here's where you can find us across social media. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, past podcast, Anchor, iTunes, Spotify, all that jazz. Remember, if I don't see you, have a great day, a pleasant tomorrow. Hope you enjoyed episode 88 last night. Go back, that is available for streaming. Impromptu episode of the podcast. If I don't see you, have a great day and a pleasant tomorrow. Stay tuned. There's another video coming up when? Right now.